Hi everybody, this is Andrea for Trail Tuesday. I'm at Whitewater State Park and I have found Beaver Central. Some signs of beaver are pretty obvious and easy to distinguish, like this tree where it seems to have chewed part of the tree. Beaver are not going to find a lot of nutrition in that cellulose woody fiber. They're going to mainly want the inner bark, that's the living growing part of the tree. They also don't like to stay on land super long, and so they'll do part of the work and have to come back later to finish up. But they're not, again, they're carving out this part that's not terribly nutritious. The whole goal is to get access to the more nutritious bits in the branches and to bring those down where they are more reachable. Let's look around and see the other signs of beaver activity that we can find. Beavers don't always build their own lodges. Sometimes they'll just tunnel into a stream bank, a lake bank. This looks like maybe it was a lodge some time ago because the roof has collapsed in. From the other side of this bank lodge, you can see that there's a little chimney where they could get fresh air exchange even in the winter. There's also a little mud pile where they would deposit their castor scent to indicate this real estate is occupied. It might be hard to distinguish beaver tracks from raccoon tracks, but look for the webbing. Beaver, at least their rear feet, are webbed, whereas beaver front forepaws are not necessarily webbed. They have long claws that help them to dig in the mud, but the front feet anyway aren't as webbed as the rear feet. The way to tell whether a tree has just randomly fallen over or a beaver has chewed it, the point is pretty indicative, but also if you look real closely, you can see the groove marks of the teeth. Beavers are in the rodent family and they work to carve at the wood, and that also helps to file their teeth down so they don't overgrow and get super long. A beaver chewed tree. The whole rest of the tree is missing. Must have been useful. Hear the babbling of the brook? Word is that it's that sound that stimulates the beavers to build their dams. Exploring around in this creek area, we see a couple generations of dams. Beavers will build a dam so that they can raise the water level to create a more pond-like environment that allows different plant species to grow and thrive, different wildlife, but also by raising the level of the water, they can create a home and then put that entrance to their home under water. Here, because this entrance is exposed, it makes me think that the dam either broke or released some water. That commonly happens over the winter. This is the entrance to their lodge, and in general, if that entrance is underwater, that's pretty good protection from predators. You can see how they'll stash branches and twigs nearby to their home so that they don't have to go too far to get food all winter. Over a couple of generations, beavers will move upstream. They will harvest the desirable food species from the surrounding area, sustain themselves, and then let the forest regenerate by moving upstream and eating what food they find there. Thanks everybody, that's Trail Tuesday. Please post a comment, a picture, a video of how spring is progressing where you are. Thanks, see you next week.